Wardsend Cemetery is a unique Victorian graveyard nestled on a wooded hillside in Sheffield. The first burial in this graveyard was in 1857. It was of a 2-year-old girl named Anne-Marie Marsden, and she is, in keeping with tradition, the guardian of the cemetery. Since the 1980s, Wardsend has been increasingly neglected, especially following the demolition of the chapel, leaving the cemetery more or less abandoned by the parish and the church authorities. The cemetery eventually closed in 1988, and the last burial was in 1977. It is the final resting place of some of the 300 victims of the Great Sheffield Flood that happened in March 1864. It is also the final resting place for highly decorated soldiers from both World Wars, who were based at the nearby Hillsborough Barracks. This place is stunning. It is peaceful, and we picked a beautiful day to go. It is hard to imagine the tragic events that have happened here, and none are more tragic and gruesome than the Wardsend Cemetery Riots. In June 1862, there were rumours about the sexton, an official for the church. His name was Isaac Howard. The rumours were that Isaac Howard was supplying the Sheffield Medical School with corpses for dissection. A group of men decided to take to Wardsend Cemetery and investigate these claims for themselves. During an extensive search of the site, they found a pit of nearly 15 foot deep, covered over with loose boards, in which lay a jumble of coffins. As the pit was examined and digging got deeper, a mass of human remains was discovered. The men fled back to the town. As the news broke, it caused chaos amongst the people of Sheffield, many of who had family members buried at Wardsend. On June 3rd, the Sheffield Cemetery Riots of 1862 took place, when a crowd gathered at the cemetery to find a large hole containing coffins. Many of the crowd began to disinter the coffins of their relatives and loved ones, and a number of graves were found to be empty. The angry crowd made their way to Isaac's house and set it on fire with his wife inside. She managed to get away with her life. However, the house was damaged beyond repair. Isaac was eventually found, and he was only convicted to 3 months in prison. Okay guys, so I have brought you here to tell you the story of the 1862 Wardsend Cemetery Riots. This is peak grim Victorian horrible history. So it says here that they found 20 coffins piled into a pit. There was evidence of dissected remains. The coffin plates from 24 coffins were also found, corresponded with missing corpses. So I can't imagine what these men must have felt when they found a pit full of rotting bodies. So because they found this, they alerted the town. The town was in uproar. Apparently, hundreds of people came up to the cemetery with pitchforks, shovels, and there were lots of very, very distraught families unburying their loved ones to see if they were indeed buried. A lot of people didn't find their loved ones buried there. A lot of bodies were missing, and this just completely erupted. The area was so angry, and rightfully so, that the whole town burnt down Isaac's house. The sexton and the priest wasn't horrible people. They were probably very undersourced. Like, this is a huge cemetery. It was at a peak time where people were losing their lives to all sorts of diseases. And I just think they were uneducated and didn't know how to deal with the influx of people. Obviously, there are grave robbers, there are body snatchers, people selling bodies to medical schools. It's a very peaceful place. Lovely birds in the trees. I can't imagine this place with no trees. It was just a bare hill and hundreds of families digging up their loved ones to check if they were here. But it's just so beautiful. And I just can't see it in that uproar, that hideous, macabre uproar. Just grim, so grim. Okay, so now I've got to hunt Hannah down. I have no idea where she is. I think I can see a strange looking gentleman over there. So I'll keep an eye out for her. Oh, she's there. She was hiding. Just found this gravestone here. It says George, but it says he was accidentally killed whilst playing at football. I don't know how, but he died playing football. So if these are the sorts of gravestones that have the stories of how they died, I think me and Hannah are going to be here for a long time, because we're just going to be obsessed reading all these stories. It's just insanely beautiful. I wish it was a bit quieter. But there's some work going on somewhere.
This lovely bud, so young and fair, called hence by early doom.
Early doom. How old?
Age 10 months.
Oh no. I just keep getting flashbacks of hundreds and hundreds of families crying with shovels.
Oh yeah, that's a 10-month-old baby's grave, wasn't it?
Could you imagine how traumatic it would have been for so many families just to be here to discover if your loved one's still buried? It's actually vile, grim. Oh my God, guys, I'm in heaven. What is that? Why is there a cushion here? There's a lot of gravestones with like little star chalks on them. And I've noticed that the ones marked with the star are in the time of when the riots were. So I'm wondering if someone's been here and checked ones that aren't there anymore. Because there's this one here, Jesse and Jeremiah. And they've got that star. And I keep seeing it everywhere. I'm going to have to do some research on that. I think there is some significance to it. It's crazy. They just go all the way up to the top, don't they?
You think as well, with it being a hill, it'd have got swampy down here.
I know. Yeah, I wonder where the bit of hill is where they like dropped all the bodies.
Ooh.
It's quite steep hill, this.
It's the fact that there's the odd wooden ones in between still.
Yeah, I
Look
wonder
what they were.
it must be up there, you know, the hill
Yeah.
where they found the
It goes up quite a
bodies.
bit, doesn't it?
Yeah. Ooh.
Now that she reached that land of light, she is not dead, but sleepeth.
Sleepeth. So
She loved to read. With motion quiet. Oh.
this camera just doesn't do it any justice, really. It just doesn't seem to show how many there are here. It's absolute insanity. I can't recommend this place enough. Stunning. So we're going to try and do the Estes method. We've just kind of like hidden ourselves away a little bit. Hannah's never done the Estes method before, but I've asked her to speak really quiet. I hopefully won't hear her. She's the one that's mic'd up, so I'll speak louder. I thought I saw something over there then. I keep thinking I'm seeing something there. I thought there was a man there. Like full on sort of. There was a man there. But I'll keep doing it. Just want to call out to any spirits. Anyone who's seen us wandering around, we are here to communicate with you. And I know it's quite loud and it's hard to do that during the day, but if you want to have a conversation with us, come and speak to me through this and I'll be able to talk to you. That's the theory. So please come forward, don't be shy. Anyone who's around, you've got anything to say, a story to tell, come forward. Nothing's coming through. No.
Wonder if they're not very trusting here with what's happened to them.
I think so. If we came back in the evening, would you come and speak to me? Do you remember the riot?
I was coming.
She's coming. Very quiet. I feel like it's peaceful. I do want to come here at night. I feel like it'd change at night.
Different energy.
I feel like stuff would be weird at night.
Yeah.
I think we have to come back.
I think with what's happened here, absolutely.
Yeah, I think this video is going to be mainly telling you the history of the place so you can see it in the day. I'm going to come back and revisit because I do believe that there's something here, and I have seen ghost hunters having quite good experiences in here at night. And now that I've checked it out and I know it's a bit safe.
You notice there's no animals?
No animals. You can hear the odd bird, but...
No squirrels. I haven't seen any birds while we've been in here.
No. Lots of insects. It's really peaceful, it's really still. But I do feel like it changes at night. So I think coming back, nighttime investigation, more people, more cameras, maybe do some experiments. But yeah, I love the place. I'm so happy we've come.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's really kind.
It is eerily quiet animals-wise, though, considering
is.
on my drive and yours, I saw loads of squirrels today.
Yeah, they're all out and about. It's so nice. It's spring. It's like, look, Hannah's in a vest.
That's just because I'm hard.
Northern vest is well out.
No sense, no feeling, right? I'd love to know where all them bodies were actually dumped.
It said on the side of a hill.
That is the side of a hill.
They were in a huge crate, and there was 20 coffins and like 40 bodies stacked in and dissected, medically dissected.
Yeah, you don't even know how many of these stones are actually for real graves, do you?
No. I would love to actually meet someone who looks after Wardsend Cemetery and have a good tour with them.
Yeah.
I just think the place is fascinating and the history is amazing.
There's so many unknowns, though.
There's a lot of unknowns. Yeah. Anyway, let's go find everything. We found a bridge that we're going to mooch over. You can just see down there. This goes on forever. Right, we're off up here now. On a little adventure. Don't know where we're going. So I think from reading on the stories that the big box of coffins could have been up this side of the hill somewhere. I might be wrong, but from what I can figure out from the story, it was said it was found on the side of a steep hill in a big box, which is so gross. So it could have been buried around here somewhere. Maybe up there, they look like old steps. Is there? There's more bodies up here. So we've crossed the grave, we've crossed the train tracks. Oh, there's a big bee. We've crossed the train tracks and now we're on the other side of the cemetery and it goes on even further. How? It's just never ending. I'm not complaining. I'm so happy to be outside and it's lovely to be out in the day. I want to be doing more. Oh! My dog scared the out of me. Hello. You're funny, aren't you? I just got scared to death. Yeah, that dog scared me.
1968, that person passed away.
1960. I know that the last person to be buried here was 1977.
That is one of the later ones.
So this is one of the later ones.
That was fucking warm there.
These look old. They're like halfway into the hill, look.
1907, 1902,
Yeah.
1909.
So these guys were alright. These were here after the riots by the looks of it. So it was 1887. So these seem to be like, look, it goes all the way up there. So I think from the stories it's like on the other side of the hill that they found things. I don't know if there's anything up there to point that out. They're probably wanting to forget that history, to be honest, because it's not their proudest moment, I don't think. But this is just so peaceful. Yeah, these are quite new, aren't they?
Yeah.
So they must have run out of space on the other side.
There's more than
God, they go all the way.
At first glance I thought it was just that chunk there, but
Madness. Stunning. Oh yeah, the train down there. I wonder if the train still runs through it. I ain't seen one or heard one.
clear, so
It could do.
I thought it'd been overgrown by more.
Yeah, these.
1949.
24. It's so pretty. I want to be buried here. I'm jealous.
Peaceful, isn't it?
It's lovely. I'm happy it's peaceful and lovely now though, because it definitely wasn't at certain points. Its history is not peaceful. And they all deserve to rest. Absolutely.
17 months.
Isaac Crooks, who was accidentally killed.
6 years, 8
Age
years.
6. Just come across this grave here. And it's got, you can't really see it in this light. Someone who fell in action in 1917. But the grave has just got a full tree growing out of it. I love that. I really hope that you enjoy videos like this. I have never filmed daytime ghost hunts or wanders around, but I do these a lot. I spend a lot of time wandering around these places in the day, trying to get a feel for the place, whether I want to come back, if it's safe or not, but I definitely want to come back here. Yeah, let me know what you think to these sorts of videos, please. I personally love them. They are so good for my mental health. Ghost hunting is so much fun and I love it, and I'll be back at it full time, full force in no time at all. But doing it full time for so long has become so mentally draining, and I just want to see some daylight every now and then. It's been a long time creeping around in the dark. I need some positivity in my life, even though I'm walking around a graveyard. It's so beautiful here and it's peaceful, and it's just a reminder to get out. No matter where you go, just get out for a walk and you'll feel better. So we've come back over the bridge to the old side, and I want to take you to where the old church stood that was destroyed by the angry townspeople. And there's some really interesting bits left behind actually. When we came in, we had a little look down there. Somewhere there is a memorial for some of the people that were found in the horrible pit. And I'd love to come across them, but I'm not entirely sure whereabouts they are just yet. So hopefully we'll come across them.
Quite cool, like industrial Sheffield in the background.
Yeah, when I've seen old pictures of this, it's just no trees at all. It's so sparse, and you can see all the Sheffield in the background.
Because they don't look like they've been here 2 minutes.
No, they're all quite new trees, but yeah, so this is where the chapel stood, and it has got a sign for some information, which is good. It would have been quite a small chapel, just sat on this mound here. So it was demolished in 1954 after falling into disrepair. It did survive the riots. It's the sector's house that didn't, and I'm not sure whereabouts that is. I haven't found that on the maps just yet. But they have unearthed some quite interesting things in here. So you can see they've got the old drainage here still. And there's really like cute little details, like you can see all the old tiling they had here. You can see the foundations of the place. And if we come over here, They've even left out some of the old tiles for you to look at, which I love. I love that it's not been hidden in a museum and it still stands here. We've got all these lovely bits of tile that would have been in the chapel that have all been found, just cute little bits of tile. So I can imagine the chapel would have been beautiful with all the blues and pottery, but it would have been a very grand chapel inside. It's a shame they couldn't save it. I'm wondering where the house is that they came for. Oh no, it's an old headstone. Oh, bless him. Right then guys, I think I'm gonna head off home. I'm not gonna stay and wait for it to get dark today because it's just a lovely day, and this was just to come and have a little scope out, tell you the history, the horrible, forgotten, morbid histories of this place, and let me know in the comments if you want us to come back. I think I'm gonna drag Hannah back with Girl Gang and get really, really scared because I think we would at night. I think it would definitely turn at night.
There's definitely a vibe.
There's a vibe, and you can't readily escape from anything because there's no paths, so let me know. One way in, one way out. So smash a like if you want me to come back, and I will. I think I'm going to come back anyway, I can't help myself. Drop a comment, and yeah, I will see you on the next one. I have got really exciting things booked and coming up. I'm going to be at East Drive in a couple of weeks with Mad Paranormal Investigations, so please go subscribe to them and check them out, and come and check out 30 East Drive round 2. Let's see if we can get Fred to come and play this time. So yeah, I hope you're all good, and I'll see you later.